And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, the basketball capital of the world, Fox Sports West is proud to present Lakers basketball. Tonight, the Lakers play host to the Minnesota Timberwolves. And hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Bill McDonald alongside Stu Lance, and welcome to the second half of the season. Now, all sorts of stories breaking here just before game time. Kevin Love will not play for the T-Wolves. More on that in a minute. But everybody wanted to know if Kobe Bryant will. And yes, the answer is he's going to play tonight. He was cleared by the NBA. Stu, for the first time in his life, this decision wasn't up to him. It was a sanctioned doctor of the NBA. He passed all his tests with flying colors, and we both just talked to him a second ago.
Well, I mean, if there was any thought that he wouldn't play, I mean, it was really far-fetched because this young man just does not like to miss games. The Sunday in the All-Star game, yeah, he had 27 points, surpassed Michael Jordan to become the leading scorer all-time in the All-Star performances. But the broken nose in an All-Star game, who would have thought? They play defense in the All-Star game? No. Do they foul in the All-Star game? Well, obviously they do. So
yeah.
One of those scenarios that was very, very rare, but this is a guy that has played with more serious injuries than a broken nose. So that puts a lot of pressure, maybe, on Powell.
Michael Leaves got more on Kobe Bryant as we're about to get going.
Well, the big news is whether he's going to play or not, but now that he's on the floor, Billy, it's what he's wearing on his face. He is wearing that protective mask, a mask that he did not wear earlier today when he went through a 2-on-2 drill at the practice facility to see if he was ready to play basketball. Now, every team has these types of masks. Kobe's, however, is custom fit. I watched him during warm-up. He was getting some condensation on the inside of it, and he kept wiping it with the towel. That'll be something you have to monitor throughout the game tonight.
Well, Mike, Stu and I talked to him right before we went on the air, and that's exactly what he was telling us, too. That could be an issue, sweating a lot as Kobe does and all that condensation. We'll see how that...
He said it felt like a sauna.
Yeah.
It's so hot under there a little bit. But in the half-court set, wow, they had switched off, and now Rubio guarding Meta World Peace.
Here's Kobe, his first shot with the mask, and it's fresh snow from mid-range. Kobe Bryant has his first two of the game. He had 27 points in the All-Star game.
And you can see the condensation, the fogginess in that protective mask that he's wearing. Wouldn't surprise me if in too long he's taking it off and playing without it.
Derek Williams and Michael Beasley, they led the charge last night in that win. A huge fourth quarter for both of them. Neither of them missed in that fourth quarter. World peace, inside out to Kobe, 2 in a row.
Well, obviously the mask isn't affecting his vision. He stroked that one like he didn't have anything on to pass.
Actually, Stu, in that game against Oklahoma City, the last game before the break, the Lakers lost by 15. MWP led the team in assists with 5.
He does look to pass. Sometimes he's got to shoot layups instead of passing it.
Kobe under, he shot at that time and scores, count it. And the foul, Kobe and World Peace.
Yeah, nice reaction that time by Kobe and World Peace. Kobe up for the little baby jumper and then spots World all by himself. Gives him a nice pass as Ridnour cheated on the play and got burned and 3-point up.
Let's give you some particular numbers. Lakers 20-14. They've lost just 2 out of 16 at home. They start the night 6th seed in the West, just a game behind the Clippers in the Pacific. And they have a chance to run ahead for Kobe. Good pass by Fish, and he scores.
Wow. How often do you see the Lakers get a defensive board and really look to push? That time they did a great job, and you got to get a small share of the easy baskets. You don't want to always be fighting 5 on 5.
And that's what scorers do. They score immediately, don't they?
And he's one of those scorers. I mean, this guy can just get it done.
He's the second leading scorer in the team, 12-8. Here's Kobe. Come on, great pump fakes, and he scores. He's the best in the league at that right there. He's got 8 points.
Well, he takes Johnson baseline that time, and Johnson was taking the middle away with Kobe. You better play him honest, and Kobe with the easy steal.
The Lone Ranger, the masked man. He's got 10 first-quarter points.
And Rick Adelman is saying, I hope that mask fogs up because he's killing us right now.
Yeah, what condensation? Kobe's got a rebound.
Yeah, 13-point lead, the latest of which Kobe Bryant picking off an errant pass, taking it the distance and going up and hammering one. He's got 10. The Lakers by 13. Time now for a Kumho Tire scoring run. Let's go! And Kobe is gone. I mean, he is off to the quick start. 5 out of 9 from the field. 10 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. And Rick Adelman, coach of the Timberwolves, is saying, who is that masked man?
It's the masked Mamba.
The masked Mamba.
There he is right there.
Eminem, the masked Mamba.
Masked Mamba. Kobe Bryant, 10
Look
and
at that.
2.
Look at the condensation on that mask. Wow. He said it feels like a sauna under there.
Still the #1 scorer in the league coming out of the break. 28-4, 5.8 rebounds, nearly 5 assists a game.
The Minnesota Timberwolves did a pretty good job closing the quarter because they trailed by as many as 13. It is now 26-18.
Montenegro last night, 22 minutes, had 12 points. He's second in the NBA, by the way, in field goal percentage. Troy Murphy, his percentage will be huge if he gets shots like that.
Well, he head faked the guy in front of him. Never did see the defender behind him. Very fortunate to get that shot to fall as Rick Adelman decides to take a timeout. Just 2:08 to go here in the first half. The Lakers up by 10.
What did you think about Kobe Bryant's performance in the first half?
Well, he definitely jumped out and wanted to show everybody that he could play with the mask. He had 10 early points, didn't score very much after that, but he definitely started it out. But, King, I can tell you, when you have an injury like that, you can come out and start, but after the adrenaline starts flowing, sweating, a couple of bumps, he's probably having a little discomfort.
Welcome back. Halftime winding down here at Staples Center. We are upstairs near our broadcast position. There's the masked Mamba without the mask, although he played pretty well in that first half. We're talking about Kobe Bean Bryant, who was cleared to play right before the game began. Remember, broken nose, slight concussion when he was fouled hard by Dwayne Wade at the All-Star game. All right, what did you think of Kobe and the Lakers in half #1?
Well, I thought they played pretty well. They came out of the locker room with a real purpose, and that was the key thing. Kobe got him started, obviously, by knocking down his first couple of shots. With that mask, it didn't make a difference to start the game. Then I think the condensation may have gotten in his vision as he had a little trouble finishing out the half. But he played pretty good defense, had a couple of steals, and led the Lakers in scoring, but that's nothing new at all. Time now for tonight's bucket chart, brought to you by your hometown KFC. And it's one Kobe Bryant. Made 5, missed 6. And you can see he's really concentrating on one side of the floor more so than the other. But that's not like him. He'll probably venture out and do a lot more all over the floor in here in the second half. As we like to do, we go down to the court side now and talk to one.
He had a matchup with Chris Paul last night. He admitted he was a bit nervous going into that one. You know, you're going to learn a lot from the great point guards in this league. Using glass, Kobe Bryant. He scores. Kobe leads all scorers with 14 points.
Surprise, surprise. Yeah, that thing came up well to him.
Johnson, boy, they've given
somebody must have opened the doors. Could you see Johnson's shot?
Yeah. A lot of wind blowing in
nice
here. Underneath, MWP score, assist Kobe Bryant.
Nice pass as World Peace posting up right under the basket, sealing his man, which he does pretty effectively, and gets the pass, scores, 3-point opportunity coming to World Peace. Rick Adelman wants to talk it over because he only trailed by 6 at intermission. He looks up at the scoreboard and he says, we've yet to scratch. They're up now by 14. It's easy.
It's all going to be where Powell's head is at here in the next couple of weeks as the deadline draws closer. That is a missed shot from the outside. Williams wanted it. No. Powell released underneath. First dunk.
He faked Rubio.
48, yep.
You should have taken Rubio up with you. Don't fake Rubio. I like Wesley Johnson.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, his offensive numbers are so down this year from his rookie season and even his college career. Here's Kobe rising above 3 Wolves to score.
Well, I don't even know how he got the ball back because they tipped the ball away from him, but it ricocheted off of a player back into Kobe's hands. And once he gets it the second time, you know what to expect. Head fake, the foul, the basket, go to the line, see if he can get an and one. Rubio just about came away with the steal there, but just about doesn't count.
Again, was an interesting night for Kobe because this is probably the first time in his career that literally whether he was going to play or not was not in his hands. You know that if it was Kobe making the decision, 100% he'd be out there, but he had to be cleared by somebody else for the first time. And Love has joined us. It's not the rib injury, which he suffered late in the game yesterday, but it was a flu-like symptoms. Here's Kobe scoring, going to work in the lane. Three-point opportunity. He's up to 21 points on the night.
You know how hard it is to make that kind of a shot? The guy's falling completely backwards away from the basket and gets hit on the elbow, the official said. Makes the shot, goes to the line for another three-point opportunity.
So a refreshed Laker team tonight so far. Boy, they look dog-tired in that game against Oklahoma City, although the Thunder will do that to you. Back at Staples Center, 19-point lead, and Powell and Kobe are back in the game.
Actually, the starting five, except for Derek Fisher on the floor.
With the Steve Blake in his stead. Lakers only 2 for 11. Well, now Kobe can get an opportunity at his triple-double, but he scores again, so restoring order a little bit. Kobe Bryant, 26 points now for the Masked Mamba tonight, and under 6 minutes to play. The basket was knocked to the floor by Andrew Bynum. It's one of the moments that we remember from this matchup last year. Kobe spins around Ellington and scores again. So Kobe comes in the game and immediately has a couple of field goals.
I mean, the guy is just so smart on the floor. He may not make every shot. He may take some bad shots, but he's got an IQ for basketball that's really high.
Bynum needs at least another point to get his double-double. And Fisher's coming back in. Here's Bynum. He's got his double-double. There it is. His 22nd. It's a career high for Andrew Bynum.
But did you see the effort that, or the lack thereof, by Darko? I mean, you've got to challenge that shot.
Good game. McRoberts is in.
Next dead ball, we'll probably see number 20. I hope we see number 24 head to the sideline for good.
And he will be, as Jason Capone will get some burn for the first time. There is Kobe working, free throw line, trying to be patient in the key, so he's got to shoot it. And he's got to score, doesn't he? Got to score. 31. So Kobe, game time decision. Would he or wouldn't he? Well, he did, and he did it well.
Lakers take a 20-second timeout, more than anything to get Kobe off the floor as he scored on the last trip down. 11 out of 23 from the field, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, a total of 31 points. Not a bad night's work. .246 to go in the ball game. Lakers up big, and our leaders of the game, well, has to be Kobe Bryant. 8 assists. There's one right there to beat his. A couple of steals and a lot of points. 31 of them. And it just amazes me how when he has the ball, defenders can relax. Ellington right here. Relax. Don't relax. You know what he's thinking about doing. And he did it to him again. What a player.
Kobe Bean Bryant. He's got many great years still ahead of him. The mileage, though, the minutes that have been put on that athlete's body, and to perform at the level that he still can and still does.
Close to 50,000 career minutes. That's a lot.
He just wants at least that one more championship.
No, trust me, he is greedy.
Yeah.
He wants the first one. Yeah,
he wants more.
You talk to him, he talks about one. He said, yeah, I want that first one.
As many as you can. I know everybody is, but again, tonight, Kobe Bryant didn't know whether he was going to play. Boy, did he. 11 for 23, 31 points, 7 rebounds, a double-double for Andrew, a 15 and 5 from Powell, and the bench, some good balance, and the Lakers win it 104-85.
Yeah, let's see if they can, use this as some sort of a springboard to get themselves righted mentally. And I think that's where it is, because, when they're here, they play pretty well. But when they start to go out on that road and that other team shows up, that's where they start to doubt themselves.
Half game behind the Clippers, and the Clippers now have to go out on a 6-game road.